Yeah, so we have officially qualified and raced A1, the mixed bikes. Um, it feels great to actually be able to qualify like uh, uh, from the start of the season, um, and not like last season where like qualified like barely for the second half. Um, yeah, so this year we are in the first region, whatever that is. Um, I don't remember. Yeah, so I just thought I'll do some commentary, like talk about like my goals as I land on someone somehow. Like just talk about the night and maybe the future of the Supercross season. Yeah, so qualifying went good. I felt good in qualifying. I felt kind of calm, and I did hit a like 11.5, um, kind of comfortably. That would have qualified me, but I managed to squeeze out another second to a 10.5 that put me on in 18th place, like overall qualifying. So that was really good. If I'm gonna be honest, I was a bit afraid I was not going to be able to qualify, um, because it's always harder to qualify for the beginning of the season, especially A1, because everyone wants to do A1, and literally everyone is playing it. Compared to the other coast, which could be a bit harder, no, easier, because less people are qualifying, because all the pros that are racing the first coast are not able to participate in the second coast. So that's it's not as much competition. Um, Not that I'm saying like that the other coast is like easier, or like you're bad if you do that. No, I think it's fairly similar, but yeah. So qualifying felt good, um, and heat race was started. I got a good start in like fifth place, and I just held fifth place and around fifth, sixth for the whole race. Did not make any big mistakes. So that was very smooth and very not action packed. Like there was not a lot of Fuck, I can't talk. There was not a lot happening during the heat race. I was just minding my own business. Like no one really behind me. Um, so yeah, moving on to the more interesting part, which is the main that you are currently watching while you're hearing my voice and suffering of it. And I'm talking real fast. I was not too happy with my performance in the main. I was um, a bit tense, and I was not really focused. So yeah, I got not. I didn't get the best start, like in 17th, and I was just pushing too, like not pushing too hard, but I was just generally trying too hard instead of just letting it flow. I felt like I didn't make up any time, so I just stressed and made mistakes and lost time. Uh, yeah, but the first goal was just to get into the main, um, so I kind of achieved my first goal. So my goals going forward in this season is going to be to get a top 10. Um, I think top 15 I'm gonna be able to get. Um, I'm just hanging around there like 15, 17 range. I can do that very comfortably. Um, like even though I'm not riding very good. Yeah, but I think a top 10 is possible on the right track and the right night. It's a bit stretched though with the competition this year. But you know, it's a goal, at least. Um, I always felt like I have been a better racer than a qualifier, because last season I qualified around like uh, I don't know, like 25-ish. Oh no, not even that, like 30 plus, and I kind of managed to pull myself through the heat race, um, just barely most of the times, and then I usually ended up like around 15, um, which was a lot better than my qualifying. Um, and same goes for outdoors. Like I'm like at the bottom of qualifying, but I still managed to like be up there like top 15. Um, so yeah, I thought the racing would be better, but I just couldn't get a flow going. And the tricky part, like the section after sand, did not help that. That is a very, I wouldn't say like technical section. Like it's kind of easy to get right when you got it down, but it's just so you don't get in a flow there, because you do come out the sand, jump a on, and then triple, and then you have to single out, then uh, single again to double into the corner. So you just don't get in a flow. Um, so that did not help, but that's definitely not the reason why I played so, like, not bad compared to my standards, but didn't perform as well as I would want. Um, that was a BS moment, a Piposa moment. I was kind of mad after that. Um, no, but I think now in this like later half of the race, like nothing happened. I used to make like small mistakes, try and stay out of the road as much as possible, because it's just uncomfortable going in the ruts, because of how ruts work in this game, because you have these like small edges on the ruts, so the bike is constantly like hooking, and you can feel these small square edge bumps um, through the whole rut, um, and a lot of this is probably skill issue, but knowing how the game works and the physics, I'm not comfortable going in those, because it literally feels like your bike is gonna go flying because of some Piposo physics, like at any moment. And one thing I also have noticed is I usually have a different corner entering corner, what you call it, like going out of corner, like than most people. Like I sometimes like cut in a little bit in the when I go in, and cut down a little when I go out. Um, and that is not how the ruts are formed most of the times, because a lot of people are just going through the whole like the whole berm, um, which I usually don't do. Like um, I don't go exactly the same, kind of, like, you get what I mean. Um, you can probably see what I mean as well. Um, yeah, but that is something I just have to like practice. Like I'm usually very sloppy when it comes to corners, and I usually like stress the corners. Uh, like when I'm trying to go fast. So that's something. That's just a skill issue basically. Um, yeah, but I'm still very happy to like qualify and not be like at the bottom of qualifying like I was last year. Like, uh, like it feels good to like see that you like actually have some speed. Because last year I was literally like bottom 10. Um, and you know, it brings some confidence at least. Um, yeah, but I just have to like um making this like last second, like gaining this last second that I'm missing, or like, well, if I'm gonna be top quality, I'm like missing 3 seconds. But like to compete with the good boys, um, like I'm missing a second at least. Like, so that has been my goal, like during the what's to say preseason. Just practice hot laps, trying to find that last few seconds. And it's like so hard to like find it, because when you're trying to go fast, you're pushing it, but that often makes you go slower because you like slip a little bit in places and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's just hard to like know where to find it. Yeah, but I mean, it hasn't been a very eventful uh, main. I think there was that little section right there where like we had a few corners where we battled, and he messed up the big section, and I got it that time. And I think at this point I'm like able to pull away a bit of a lead. And spoilers, I think I messed it up like at the end, like last lap or something. I don't remember, because I'm recording this the day after, because I could have been bothered to record it yesterday. Because I stayed up watching the 450, and then it was the next day, and I was very tired because I hadn't really slept too much. So I do what I do best. I just push things up and just push it to the next day. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the part where I mess it up. Maybe not. Well, I did mess up, but I don't think they catched me. Like right now, I seem to be like gaining on the person ahead. But I mean, I'm just not patient enough, I think. Um, because when I see someone and I don't like really pull up on them, like close up on them, I just get so demotivated for some reason. Like I just feel like I'm going really slow, but I'm actually not like going like too slow compared to them. Like I'm gaining a little bit, and I think I just have to realize that these are the people that are as like at my level, and going like equal speed as them is, you know, it's actually good, and yeah, that's a bullshit moment as well. Um, yeah, I forgot what I was about to say. Um, yeah, but basically, like, I just have to realize that this is my speed, and these guys are equal fast as me. Um, so I'm not gonna be able to catch them just like in half a lap. Um, that's basically what I wanted to say. Yeah, but as you can see, I messed up that section, and that's where they catch me. Or like I didn't mess it up. Like it was just weird because I uh, made a mistake in the section going into it, and for some reason the guy behind me is literally riding at the same line as me, like right behind me. Like he could have just moved over to the right, um, uh, and then nothing would have happened. Like I don't see why he would move over to the left when like he probably could see that I was on the left and that I had messed up the corner. So I don't know. It was just a very annoying moment, and there I messed that up somehow. Yeah, and then I get lapped. Yeah, last second, um, literally. Yeah, but I felt like I was actually gaining on them. Like looking back at it. So like today when I'm looking at this, I mean it was a decent performance. It was a lot of small mistakes, and I did not have any flow. Um, it's a tiny bit due to the map because it was hard to get the flow on, but mostly just a skill issue. Yeah, I would like yeah. I used to be waffling way too much and talking way too fast. Yeah.